Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, welcome back to Food School podcast. I took a little bit of a longer weekend not recording any podcasts because I really wanted to think about what it is I can provide, what it is I can talk about more often to provide the most value to you guys. Someone who cares a lot about their health, their performance, mental and physical, someone who's out there trying to do their best to eat healthy, to support their health of their families and friends and kids, whoever they encounter in their daily lives. What it is I can do the best to support your journey, to provide you the best information without getting all that deep in the details of different diets and different nutrients, macro, micronutrients, and minerals and vitamins. And the thing is, we don't need to know all of that to eat healthy. Even zebras or pandas in the wild know how to eat healthy. We humans should be able to do the same thing. And we are able. The thing that make it difficult for us, healthy eating, is all their food-like products and food companies and different food lobbyists, governments trying to sell us stuff to support either agriculture or food companies. And just, again, a lot of marketing of food companies, food industry that doesn't have really our best interest, our health in mind when they design their products. Most food companies care about food safety, so you don't die from some kind of virus or infection when you eat their foods. And that's basically it, guys. Other than that, if you don't die eating foods, nobody really cares what happens after. Does it influence your long-term health? How about your heart health or your cholesterol levels? How about your sugar levels, your blood glucose or insulin levels? How about your longevity and energy production and DNA restore and recovery? How about all of that? How about your healthy metabolism, your optimism, your energy? Again, nobody really cares about that when food industry designs their products. And right now I'm in Russia, and believe me, it's not just the case in US. Food companies, nutrition science, nutrition guidelines, a lot of times has nothing in common. A lot of times they go against each other, and a lot of times consumer, you and me, end up being forgotten and just being sold more and more stuff to buy in order to increase food industry's profits. So why am I talking to you about all of that? Well, first and foremost, I want you to understand that if you throw away for a moment the notion of all the food products, of all the fancy food advertising, of all the nutrition guidelines that a lot of times more support food industry than they support you and me. So if you throw away that for a moment, then eating healthy is quite simple, actually. And eating products that were once alive, growing, or running, fresh products without any, chemicals and antibiotics and hormones added to them, pesticides, herbicides, etc. Healthy eating, healthy food is actually quite simple. The only thing that we will talk about today that is not as simple as human-specific diet. We can cook and process a lot of foods. Probably if you really try it, if food company really tries it, they can even make raisin edible, right? But it doesn't mean that it's good for human health or supports our long-term health goals and longevity and energy. We need to eat also foods that are actually designed for human metabolism, human biology, human biochemistry. Like, for example, cows evolved to eat grass and they thrive on grass. That's when they feel the best. Their biology works. They are healthy, they're, happy and produce the best milk and the best meat. When we start feeding cows or other animals what they're not supposed to be eating, like garbage, Skittles, or, in a good scenario, good quality grains and soy, that might be organic and everything, but it's still not the best diet for a cow, and that's why cows get fatter when they eat, for example, grains or soy or something that is not designed to be a natural cow's diet. The same thing happens to humans. Just because we can cook grains or just because we can get a lot of milk out of cows and other animals doesn't mean that this is optimal for our biology, our biochemistry, our health, our longevity, our energy production cycles in our cells. I want you to understand this thing today. And also I want you to understand, even though each of us is an individual with certain metabolism, environment around us, certain genetics, more than 99% of our genes are the same. And our basic metabolism, our basic biochemistry is kind of the same. So most of the foods that work for me are going to work for you. And yeah, maybe your body will not like as much, coconut oil or walnuts, or you might be super allergic to peanuts, but it doesn't mean that it's the worst food for everyone. Although peanuts are on the list of being top allergens, meaning producing the most allergic reaction and inflammation in a human body. So that might give you an idea that peanuts probably not the best food for any one of us to eat, even though not all of us might have severe reaction to peanuts, but it doesn't mean there is no reaction, and this is the food that you should be consuming on a regular basis. So guys, today, let's talk a little bit about what is human-specific diet based on all of our experience and data that we have. Well, actually, if you eliminate from your diet things like grains, like sugars, like nightshades, I'm going to post a link in the show notes if you're not sure what nightshades are and why they might be bad for your health. And especially your joints and inflammation in your body. If we eliminate grains, sugars, dairy, nuts and seeds, all the processed foods, all the additives with chemical names, or trans fats, that come from hydrogenated vegetable oils like soybean oils or canola oil. If we eliminate all of that and we're going to eat vegetables that are suitable for human consumption, that are proven to not cause almost no problems and troubles for anyone. If we eat meat and fish and chicken and vegetables of good quality, fresh, if we eat that, even if you take time and eat it for a couple of weeks without counting calories, without trying to be on any kind of diet or keto, low carb diet, without doing any of that, you'll see And I'm 100% sure of that. How your energy improves, how your optimism even for life improves, how you're gonna be more focused, more alert, more awake during the day, how your brain, your body gonna work much better, how your recovery will increase, a lot of pains might go away. And that will tell you that there is probably a better diet, and it has nothing to do with carbs or calories. It just has to do with certain foods that we evolved eating, that human metabolism is designed to support. And there are certain foods that just not good for anyone. And although you might not die right away eating them, like you might not die eating, wheat all the time or bread, but it doesn't mean that this is the best food for us. Or there are foods that work amazingly for human beings, and there are foods that are not that great for us. And I'm getting more and more passionate about this subject, about the subject of human diet and foods that work for our body long-term and short-term, and foods that don't work. And of course, on top of that, I'm also against all the food-like products that may be tasty, that might be delicious, that might give you a lot of joy and pleasure at the moment while eating them, but they're going to compromise your health either right after your meal, making you sleepy and low on energy and full of negative thoughts that also are a product of different inflammatory processes in your body. So I'm very passionate about eliminating all of that from daily human diet. And maybe we still gonna have those products, but at least we will have the understanding that those foods are not the best food choices. Whereas now food companies try to sell you junk that is, or foods that are not suitable for human consumption, trying to make it look like it's the best food ever, and they not gonna harm your health, your energy levels, your mental and physical performance, your longevity, your DNA, your genes, and that I believe we need to eliminate and create more truthful, more honest picture of what foods are good for humans and what foods should be either eaten very rarely or not at all. So guys, I want you to take a couple of weeks and eat what is proven to be probably the simplest, the most beneficial for human health diet for a couple of weeks, and then introduce one food at a time to see how your energy levels are affected, how your sleep is affected, how your overall digestion and health is affected, mental and physical performance. So if you're in life, if your goal is to perform the best mentally and physically and have the best life experience and the best performance and achieve something amazing in this life, I believe this experiment is really worth your time. Just take a couple of weeks and eliminate from your diet all the grains, all of them, 100%. Like this list, you cannot negotiate on it. So no grains, no sugars, no dairy products of any kind, no nuts and seeds of any kind, no processed foods, meaning for eating and cooking for a couple of weeks, you're just going to buy foods in their whole form, like broccoli, vegetables, they should look exactly how they come in nature, meats, fish, eggs, all of that. And of course, the best quality you can find without antibiotics, hormones, pesticides, herbicides, whatever is the best you can find it and eat it. So all the processed foods are eliminated. Additives in your food, when the whole food is packaged somehow, the only additives that are allowed, salt, herbs, and spices of good quality without, again, any chemical or, terms that belong more to a science lab than to a nutrition label on your food. Oils for cooking allowed that tend to cause no problems or positively benefit your health are coconut oil, cacao, butter, olive oil, of course, olive oil as much as possible. If you can find macadamia oil, that also an amazing. Avocado oil is also good, but for now, no butters, no ghees, and of course, no canola, safflower, sunflower, peanuts, soybean oil, none of that. Just olive oil, coconut oil, cacao butter, or macadamia or avocado oils are also amazing. And also, guys, no nightshades. What are nightshades? You're gonna find the link in the show notes. And also, guys, make sure that every day you have at least 12-hour period when you don't eat any food, because your digestive tract, your gut need at least those 12 hours, proven by studies that period of time you need to have without no food, no bulletproof coffees, no nothing, just water, maybe tea, maybe some coffee unsweetened with nothing added, 12 hours, and that includes your sleep without any food in your stomach. And then you want to have 2-3 meals, and for each meal you want to have, this is my best practice, so listen guys, for satiety, for your health, for maintaining good quality lean tissue, lean muscle. So for each of your meals, 2-3 meals a day in that 12-hour or less eating window, you're gonna have your 2 palm size of protein-rich foods, and protein-rich foods are fish, meat, chicken. If eggs, then I suggest you to have a couple of full eggs with yolks, and then maybe add on top of that 4 or 5 egg whites to get enough protein if you decide to eat your eggs. Other than that, again, 2 palm-sized protein-rich food, and then 4 fist-sized vegetables. So make a fist, and those going to be your vegetable portions. And for each of your meal, you're going to have 4 fists. And then for cooking, add 1 or 2 tablespoons of the oils allowed. Do that for a couple of weeks without counting calories or anything. Don't count anything. Just do that. 2-3 meals, 2 palm-sized protein-rich foods, 4 feasts of vegetables, 1-2 tablespoons of the oils that we talked about, and then eliminate all the things that I'm also going to put in the show notes, the list of the foods that I told you about, and you'll be blown away how your health is going to change. Just do that for 2 weeks, 100%. 100% is important, guys. 100%. That's when you really can compare and see the results and the benefit. And then you can introduce foods that you love, that you miss the most, one at a time, and see how it affects your health for 2-3 days. You can introduce different foods and see if your metabolism and your energy levels change. So guys, human specific diet for human species, there is such a thing. Just like there is such a thing as diet for cow or elephant or chimpanzee or mice or any kind of animal, there is species-specific diet, and it's not it doesn't contain sugars or grains or dairy for people, and a lot of actually other things that we are not sure about. But this list that you can check out in the show notes is a good way to start. And again, if you have any questions, if you need more details, more explanations, you can always schedule your free completely Skype call with me, 10-15 minutes, and I'm gonna answer all your questions. But 2 weeks, guys, it's worth your time, it's worth your energy, and it's worth all the years that it's gonna add to your life. So this is it for today, guys. Today we talked about human specific diet and what foods you should try to eliminate for a couple of weeks, 100%, to see how your body can actually perform mentally and physically when you follow the human specific diet. We also talked about how many meals and what kinds of foods to have in those meals to feel and perform the best mentally and physically. And tomorrow we will talk about some lifestyle choices to support this human specific diet to get even more benefits and maybe carry you through some tough moments. And anyway, stay tuned. Also this week, we're also going to have some guests that are going to help you to be leaner, fitter, stronger. And I'm working on some amazing guests for you. So stay tuned and try human diet for a couple of weeks. Thank you for listening. Love you all, guys. Really, really appreciate you and wish you a lot of health, energy, and vitality. Until next time, eat better daily.